Call the meeting to order. I call the meeting of Pasadena Independent School District Board of Trustees in regular session on Tuesday, October 22nd, 2019, the Board of Administration Building 1515 Cherry Brook, Pasadena, Texas, at 5:30 p.m. Board members present are Mr. Jack Bailey, Mr. Keith Fernandez, Nelda Sullivan, and myself, Marshall Kendrick. Ms. Morgan will be a little late. And Mr. Roberts and Ms. Maricel are out of pocket. Let the record indicate that a quorum of board members is present, that this meeting is duly called, and that notice of this meeting was posted in accordance with the Texas Open Meeting Act, Texas Government Code, Chapter 551. Invocation will be given by Mrs. Sullivan and the pledges by Mr. Fernandez.
Would you please bow with me? Our most gracious Heavenly Father, we thank Thee for the many blessings of this day. We pray that You would lead and guide and direct us as we go through the business of this district. We thank You for our students and our staff. We ask that You would provide them with Your loving care as they go through their daily routine of teaching and learning. Keep us ever in the center of Thy will. These things we ask in Thy name. Amen.
Amen. Join me in the pledge to American flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And the Texas flag?
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to Thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
We will have an adjournment in closed session pursuant to Texas Government Codes 551.074 for the purpose of considering the appointment, employment, evaluation, reassignment, duties, discipline, or dismissal of a public officer, employer to hear complaints or charges against a public officer or employee concerning matters related to the superintendent's recommendations to hire administrative personnel, and/or concerning matters related to the superintendent's recommendations related to renewals, non-renewals, and termination of contract professional personnel. 55.071 to consult with district attorneys concerning matters with the attorney's duty to the district under the Code of Professional Responsibility clearly conflicts with the Texas Open Meeting Act, to seek the advice of its attorneys about pending or contemplated litigation or a settlement offer, and/or to consider legal advice regarding items specifically listed on the agenda. 55.071 to consult with district attorneys about NOx resolution agreement. 551.072 for the purpose of discussing the purchase, exchange, lease, or value of real property. We will reconvene at 7 p.m. Open session. First thing we have tonight is special recognition.
So, board, tonight we have Tish Eubanks from the city of Pasadena. There she is. We have been really honored over the last couple of years to have a really outstanding partnership with the city of city of Pasadena, and we want to thank Tish, who used to be
$95,000 intern.
Exactly. You're great. She is here on behalf of our mayor, Jeff Wagner, to provide a special presentation to our board of trustees. Tish?
First of all, our mayor wanted to be here, and he had every intention of being here until he was called away with World Series tickets.
Oh!
He loves y'all. He thinks y'all are great, wonderful, but he wasn't in a Pasadena.
I don't blame him.
What I have here is a proclamation, whereas 5 school boards from across Texas have been selected as honored school boards, part of the 2019 Texas Association of School Administrators School Board Awards. The TASA has been honoring Texas School Board of Trustees since 1971 for their dedication to student achievement, and whereas in 2019, honorary board members are Marshall Kendrick, Jack Bailey, Kenny Fernandez, Vicki Morgan, Nelda Sullivan, Fred Roberts, and Maricel Chiano. Having been nominated by Superintendent Dr. Deanne Powell, these 7 individuals are being recognized for volunteering countless hours of service to our PISD students and employees, as well as to the community. And whereas elected by local constituents, board members play a crucial role in governing the district by establishing a vision, adopting a strategic plan, and moving the district forward by shaping the quality of education for our children. And whereas the PISD board members are active part of the community, ever seeking input about matters that impact students and staff. They are also involved in numerous service and civic organizations throughout the district. And whereas it has been recently said, if students of Pasadena ISD are the heart of the district, then the Board of Trustees are the pulse. And they continue to prove that with the quality of leadership and dedication they demonstrate every day. And therefore, Jeff Wagner, Mayor of the City of Pasadena, asks all citizens in joining as he hereby proclaims October 22nd, 2019 as Pasadena ISD School Board Day in Pasadena. And he was going to be here for a picture, but he's at the game, so.
I don't blame him.
Thank you, Tish.
He could have invited
Thank
us to the game.
Thank y'all so much. Well, thank you. Let me turn to you.
That'll be a lot simpler.
You want to come down there?
Yeah, that would be.
Turn to the side, okay. They're coming.
Jenny's still here?
I know he's right here.
Skirt. With skirts like that.
The signature will be right here. And you'll hand it off to her. Or Ones and threes. Got it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, and thank y'all for everything you do.
I don't know what to do about it. Being so nice.
Is Tish still here?
Being so nice.
I'd like to say something regarding this too, and how much we appreciate it. And for the public to know how much we appreciate what's happened between the city and the Pasadena School District since we have a new mayor. The relationship and the corporation has just been outstanding. It's like living on Mars and being on Earth. And we appreciate it, Tish, and I think Mayor Wagner knows that, and so does Jenny. But we appreciate all y'all have done to pull things together with our help, and also like the joint election for a change finally, and all the things you did with filling the bus and things like that. But we really appreciate it because it's we should be working together, and for the first time in several years we are. And thank you.
And part of that has to do with you, Tish.
That's right.
Thank you.
So next, I'd like to introduce Elise Neff, if you'll come forward. She's our instructional specialist for coordinated school health, and she will say a few words about an award from the Alliance for a Healthier Generation. And as you guys probably are aware, we have received award after award for the wellness program that Elise has led in, and her partner over here, Amber. They've done an outstanding job. So Elise, would you use the microphone?
The Alliance for Healthier Generation recognized 355 schools this year as America's healthiest schools across the United States, and 4 of them are here from Pasadena ISD. These schools have found creative ways to keep all kids active, eating healthy, and engaged in learning while setting them on a path to lifelong health. South Houston High School achieved the Bronze Award for America's Healthiest Schools Award. Red Bluff, Sparks, and Turner Elementary all achieved the Silver Award. Schools earned the distinction by successfully meeting a rigorous set of criteria for serving healthier meals and snacks, getting students moving more, offering high-quality physical and health education, and empowering school leaders to become healthy role models. So we'd like to congratulate all of you. Good job.
We know when kids are healthy, they learn more, so we sure appreciate your work.
Absolutely.
And that's it for special awards.
Okay, fine, thank you. Excuse me, we have no public comments tonight, so we'll move on with the consent agenda.
Mr. President, I move we approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Motion made by Mrs. Morgan, second by Mrs. Sullivan. Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion passes. Personnel section.
Mr. President, I move that we approve personnel section A through D.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Sullivan, second by Mrs. Morgan. Any comments or questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion passes.
I'd like to read the names of those individuals. Esteban Jose Perez. Would you please stand? Mr. Perez has been approved for the position of library manager for the remainder of the 2019-20 school year, replacing Connie Doolin, who has retired. Do you have family with you, Mr. Perez?
I do not.
You have school family with you. We're delighted to have you in Pasadena ISD.
Thank you.
Welcome home.
And is Barbara Grimes with us? Mrs. Grimes has been approved for the position of Financial Compliance Coordinator for the remainder of the 2019-20 school year. And you've been with the district. This is an upgrade for you. Congratulations.
Very much.
And you have family with you?
I do. I have my brother Wayne, who is a AIC cabling technician.
Okay.
And the best brother, a girl we have. My stepdaughter and her husband Ray, is part of my supportive family.
Awesome.
Great.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Annie Marie Farley. Ms. Farley has been approved for the position of Library and Instructional Materials Specialist for the remainder of the 2019 school year. We're delighted to have you, and you're coming from a neighboring district.
Yes.
We want to give you a special welcome to
Coming from the
Pasadena.
dark side.
And do you have family with you?
I'm my mother, Lois Monroe.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us. We're delighted to have you.
Serving you all very well.
Great.
Thank you.
Andrea Wynn. Andrea has been approved for the position of Director of School and Community Relations for the remainder of the 2019-20 school year, replacing our Cindy Palmer, who is retiring. We're delighted to have you in this position. And do you have family with you?
Yes, ma'am. I have my husband, Hondo, my oldest son, Connor, my second son, Dexter, and my youngest is Everly Doe. Can I say that I am so grateful for this position. I came to this country not knowing a word of English, but because of the dedicated teachers, administrators, and board members, I am who I am today. And some of those board members were board members back when I was in school. So thank you so much. I'm delighted and excited for this position, being a cheerleader for PIS.
Oh, that's
Fantastic.
awesome. That's
We want you to know how delighted we are that you came to our country, and you've set such a wonderful example, and you've done a wonderful job in our school district. And we're delighted to have you here, and you also have a beautiful family. So congratulations to you, and we're excited for you. And that concludes our report of new employees for tonight.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
As we get further into the business, if any of you choose to leave, you may certainly do so as we get into the business of the district. Thank you for being here. Consideration of possible approval of NNOx resolution agreement. Who's got that?
I don't. I don't have it.
Where's Jody?
Where's the, is it in the minutes?
No.
Where's
I don't
Jody?
have. I don't know.
Jody, can you come up?
Where is
Where is it?
Oh, we got that.
She's coming.
Okay. Just tell me what to say. I don't have a script.
I do it.
I move to approve the NCOX resolution agreement.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Morgan, second by Mrs. Sullivan. Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion passes. Thank you very much. Certified personnel and support personnel for information only. Educational section, consideration and possible approval of the school affiliation agreement between PISD and the medical resort at Bay Area.
So move.
Second.
Motion made by Mrs. Morgan, second by Mrs. Sullivan. Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion passes. For information only, bilingual English as second language ESL program evaluation for 2018. Mr. Rolando Marchand.
Okay, if any of you have earphones in or know the score, put up fingers or whatever, because we're we're as excited as you are.
This screen was supposed to be the game. I'm all getting.
You take about half our board book tonight, sir.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Rolando Chan, and I am honored to be presenting the Bilingual ESL program evaluation. I'm the new coordinator for Bilingual and ESL, so I want to thank you for this opportunity. And it's my understanding you already had the opportunity to review the full document, so I'm just going to highlight some points worth noting. So during last school year, we had around 28% of our students were identified as English learners, which is around 16,000 of them. And most of them have been served in the bilingual program through pre-K through 6th grade. We also have some ESL students in the elementary, but most of our ESL pull-out program is for the secondary levels. We have very good success in our results in STAR, and we want to highlight some of them. Our ELs outperform the all students group in 3rd grade in reading and mathematics in both languages. In 4th grade, we have our ELs in mathematics, the ELs in English outperform our all students group, and in writing, those who took the test in Spanish outperform all students group too. Other successes that are worth mentioning is that our ELs show gains in every single grade level. Especially important for us is we have been working in training shelter instructions throughout the district, and in our 7th grade, which has been a point of interest for us, we show great reading and mathematics gains in all of those students. Dual language program continues to be an outstanding program in results, and our students outperform all other results. Important to notice here, mathematics, 8th grade, and science, we have 100% passing, and these subjects are taught in Spanish. regardless that the testing is in English. So the program really is promoting biliteracy in our students. One area that we still are working, but we have very good results to report to, is our TELPAS. TELPAS, the state expects us to progress in listening, speaking, reading, and writing one proficiency level every year. And our first grade to third grade are above the expectations of the state. We're still working in the process, and we changed the state changed the test a couple of years ago, and we have seen some growth in the area of listening, which was one of the challenges initially in this new format of the test. Another part of the program to recognize is the number of students who have exited the program successfully after going to the program, as Ms. Wen just mentioned, right? It's part of our success of students being able to demonstrate proficiency in English. Part of this effort is due to the commitment of all our instructional specialists and all our members in the department to offer shelter instruction and different programs and staff development geared towards equipping teachers with the tools to really assist and support not only English learners, but all learners in our school district. So I want to take a minute to thank for the whole team that has supporting us, the support that we have with Dr. Harrell, and the support that you guys offer, and we are serving our kids the best way we can, and we keep going on that. Yes, sir.
One for report. Question.
Yes, sir.
You've got a large percent of parental denial.
Yes, sir.
Is this parents don't want their children either one or the other?
Yes, those are parents who they are offered the program, either the bilingual or the ESL, and they still do not want the kids to receive the linguistic supports that the program offers. So that's what we call a parent denial.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell me what sheltered instruction is?
Right. Sheltered instruction is a specially designed instructional technique that aims to make teachers very aware of all the linguistic needs that students have when they're delivering a lesson. So we equip the teachers with a series of strategies to help make what we call content comprehensible, input comprehensible. Meaning, if I am there as a second language learner, I still can process the content while developing my language.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions?
Yeah.
I do want to thank Rolando for his leadership. He came on this summer when Ms. Caballero received another position, and he had built a whole new team, and they really worked hard. There's been a lot of transition in the state with state rules. So not only did he come in new, but he had to roll out a lot of new rules that were not necessarily very fun to roll out. And he's done a great job of explaining those things and rolling that out. And tomorrow, he is going to defend his dissertation. So on top of a new job, he has been finishing a dissertation. So good luck, and tomorrow we'll call you Dr. Merchant.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Thank you for saying that.
Good report.
Thank you.
Good luck tomorrow.
You'll do well.
No cramming tonight.
That's very good. Next item on the agenda is consideration and possible approve the application for a TE low attendance waiver for Pasadena Independent School District.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Mrs. Morgan and a second by Mr. Hernandez. Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion passes. Consideration and possible approval to renew the subscription of Brain Pop from November 1st, 2019 to October 30th, 2020.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Mrs. Morgan, second by Mr. Hernandez. Any questions or comments? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion passes. Consideration and possible approval of the 2019-2020 Memorandum of Understanding between Pasadena Independent School District and the Harris Center for Mental Health and IDD.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Mrs. Morgan, second by Mrs. Sullivan. Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion passes. Consideration and possible approval of 2019-2021 U.S. Department of Justice Community-Oriented Policing Services, COPS, grant award.
So move.
Second.
Motion made by Mrs. Morgan, second by Mrs. Sullivan. Any comments or questions? Good job, granting department, as always. Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion passes. Consideration and possible approval of the Bond Intermediate National Junior Honor Society Executive Board students to attend the Leadership Experience and Development LEAD Conference in Rosemont, Illinois.
So move.
Motion by Mrs. Morgan, second by Mr. Hernandez. Any comments or questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion passes.
Well, I have a question.
Sorry. What is it?
How many students are going on this, approximately?
There are 6 students who will be going on the trip, as well as a administrator and staff chaperone.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Consideration and possible approval of Bond Intermediate's 8th grade U.S. History students to travel to Washington, D.C.
Did we vote? Okay.
We did. From March 5th through 9, 2020.
So move.
Motion by Mrs. Morgan, second by Mr. Hernandez, excuse me. Any comments or questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion passes. You got another one, Nika?
Go Stros.
Consideration and possible approval of J. Frank Dobie's School Wind Ensemble trip to Indianapolis, Indiana for the Music for All National Concert Band Festival, March 10th through the 15th.
So move.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Morgan, second by Mr. Hernandez. Any comments or questions?
Beautiful music they provided
heard,
tonight.
yeah.
Oh, it was
If
awesome.
this is the group that was playing
Yeah.
out here,
Yeah, that's-
Oh,
Orchestra, the band's going to Indianapolis.
Yes. When-
oh,
Okay. It said wind ensemble. That was orchestra, wasn't
That
it?
was awesome.
You blow on things or you do this. Okay?
Great job,
To the
great
music
opportunity,
major.
thank you.
Yeah? You're a music major? Were you really? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion passes. Student achievements, we have none at this time. Financial section, budget amendments.
Move that we approve the budget amendments for September.
second.
Motion by Mrs. Morgan, second by Mrs. Sullivan. Any comments or questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion passes. Consideration and possible approval of interlocal contract with Education Service Center Region 2, Goodbye Cooperative.
So move.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Morgan, second by Mrs. Sullivan. Any comments or questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion passes. Operations section, consideration and possible approval of adoption of prevailing wage rates reflected in Exhibit A for use on all PISD facility projects.
So move.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Morgan, second by Mr. Hernandez. Thank you for the information. That's good information.
Yeah.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion passes. Consideration and possible approval of change order number 002 for the new Dobie High School 9th grade campus project.
So move.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Morgan, second by Mrs. Sullivan. Any comments or questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion passes. Consideration and possible approval of priority facility assessment HVAC Group 3 project.
So move.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Morgan, second by Ms. Sullivan. Any comments or questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion passes. Any comments on or questions on the construction update? Well, since we have no public comments before or after, we have set the next reading date to Tuesday, November the 19th.
I move that we approve Tuesday, November 19th as the next regular board meeting.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Morgan, second by Mrs. Sullivan, that we approve the next board meeting of November 19th, 2019. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion passes. No other meeting before this board. We're adjourned.